shake it off a little bit? Good job. You made your first
It made us laugh.
conversation. Good. See, laughing is good because it gets you in a childlike position, right? It makes it fun and playful versus if we're scared to do it and we're fearful, we'll just stay in this bubble and we continue to like step back and push each other away even more, right? And so the more that we don't talk about it, the more we're just going to start separating and putting a divide, and we're just going to be that person who's, I'm in a relationship with my best friend type of atmosphere, right? So it's fun to keep it creative and fun, and just like high five each other in the middle of the day. You have a penis. The biggest piece with this, I say the same thing with how to talk to your kids about sex, is this needs to be an ongoing conversation, just like whenever I was talking before about the frequency and that God intended that there be frequency with sex, the same thing with sexual conversation. Our bodies change, our desires change, just like your hobbies and interests change from when you were first married, it's going to change throughout your relationship as well. So I like to say have a conversation every other week, once a month, where you're sitting down specifically to talk about this, going on dates where all you can talk about is sex, doing a check-in about your sexual experiences. After a sexual experience, having not a debrief like right after, like you don't want to, it's not like going back to the locker room and trying to figure out what happened and what did and didn't go well, because that would just be not intimate. But choosing a time later where you guys reconvene and say like, hey, I really liked it when you made that play, or that felt really good, like do that again, or you know what, I appreciate you doing this, but I think next time this would be better, or I would appreciate this differently next time, or whatever that looks like. Or I'm curious what you thought about this. I used this new technique. Did you even notice? Should I not spend my time doing that? So trying to make room and prioritize talking about it is important as well. So now we're going to go into our exercise session. So we're going to spend some time having you all talk about sex. So what I've done is I have this conversation starter that I provide to my clients if they need some initiation with asking each other questions that have to do with sexual intimacy. You also have a page in Real Marriage Workbook that has different questions in it, so you can pick and choose which one you want to ask. These are the questions that I have. So what you want to do is you can pick and choose what you want to ask, or you can go down the list if you prefer the ones that are in the book, whatever you would like. The biggest piece is I want you to challenge yourself to be open. So if it's easy for you to not think about it and to just go to like, I don't know, I want you to challenge yourself to be open to thinking about, I'm not sure, but maybe this, or I want to think about that a little bit more, and that's totally fine if you're still trying to get to know your body and yourself, so you might not know. But if you're a person that typically goes to the I don't know, I want you to challenge yourself on some of these questions to be vulnerable and intimate. So I'll give you 5 to 10 minutes to be with your partner. If it feels awkward saying it out loud, a good challenge would be to write it down and then pass it and show the answer to your partner as well.